All right, you're looking live at President Obama at that same rally in Iowa. We would bring you some of what he's saying, but we're having the same microphone issues that we had with Vice President Biden. And so there you're just sort of setting the scene as the president hits the campaign trail, very similar to the way you do after a State of the Union. You lay your case and then you hit the road and you try to sell it on a more retail level, and we'll see that play out over the next couple of days. Listen, the conventions were filled with memorable, poignant moments, and I'm curious, what moments stood out to each of you over the last couple of weeks?
I think Mayor Castro from San Antonio, I mean, it's a real true Horatio Alger story. You've got a guy who's the son of a Mexican immigrant, came here with nothing, made good. He and his brother went to college. He's Harvard educated. And it really shows that he's in Texas, which is prospering economically. And it shows America that Democrats can be pro-business, but then they also have the opportunity to help the middle class.
Do we have a little excerpt of that speech we can play? I'm not sure if this is Mayor Castro or his brother. They're twins, you know. So
I think it was the tie that set them apart.
Right. Do we have that? Or are we? Nope. We're gonna move on. And Dominic, I know that you were caught by a current governor in Massachusetts.
Governor Patrick. I thought that if there was anybody in terms, a couple of things here. What Deval Patrick did told the story that Mayor Cory Booker of Newark is still in the doghouse from President Obama for that comment that he made. And why do I say that? Cory Booker was nowhere near the primetime slot. The governor of Massachusetts was right around the 10 o'clock hour.
And here's what he did with it, in case you weren't able to see it earlier, I think Tuesday night in the convention.
And if we want to win elections in November and keep our country moving forward, if we want to earn the privilege to lead, my message is this: it's time for Democrats to grow a backbone and stand up for what we believe. Quit waiting for pundits or polls or super PACs to tell us who the next president or senator or congressman is going to be. We're Americans. We shape our own future.
Grow a backbone. I mean, it's like it's almost like he told off the entire room. Hey, Mr. President, a backbone.
And nationally, he's known as meaning the governor, a pretty laid-back guy. So it was very interesting to see him go on the attack. I think that speech set up his future on the national stage for Governor Deval Patrick.
Well, we shall see.
He fought the Democratic machine to become governor. So.
For me, there was a heartfelt video that played last night at the Democratic Convention about veterans and the Democratic Party's commitment to veterans. It's 7.5 minutes. It's on YouTube. Here's 15 seconds of that very moving documentary.
One of the definitions of a veteran is somebody who at some point in their life wrote a blank check to the United States of America, up to and including their own lives. In Afghanistan and then Iraq, we all saw people having to honor those checks.
He went on about President Obama and his commitment to veterans, really trying to make that a winning point for the Democrats. It seemed like those video montages, those video stories, were so much more powerful than so many of the speeches. If the whole thing's really supposed to be an infomercial, maybe they should just make it an infomercial.
Well, you have to have live speeches.
That's true.
You definitely do, but what they didn't show was the fact that DOD came out with a report that talked about every single day one active service member is committing suicide. And this is an epidemic that somebody has to do something about. And he's trying to be
Watch that video.
Mr. Soldier. Yeah, get you excited.
We're going to take a break. We'll wrap things up when we return. Stay with us.